Okay, moving on to our final activity, which is activity number 5, the presentation activity. Okay, so when we come into this activity, once again, let us first close the files that we do not need. So we do not need this, we do not need this anymore. Okay, over here it says open a new word processing document, enter task B4, your name and candidate number in the header, save the document as task B4. So let's do that immediately. Let's right click and let's say new Word document, and we need it to be task B4. Let's open it and head for the header immediately. What happened? So over here we type task B4, your name, your candidate number and your sent number. Okay. Then the question paper goes on to say Simon wants you to create a presentation for new divers. The presentation must include 4 slides. All slides must match the house style. Use a light green background. Include a title. Okay. Okay, so what is the name of the presentation? The presentation should be saved as new divers, isn't it? So let me create the presentation in my folder itself. Let's right click and say I want a new PowerPoint file, and let's save it as new divers. Okay, so this is the name that the past paper had given us. Okay, if you read carefully here at the end, they told us save it as new divers. Okay, so now let's come to our presentation. Let's click to add the first slide. Now the first thing is it should match the house style. It should use a light green background. It should include the title. Use text selected from the file presentation. So let's check, do we have this file presentation with us? Yes, we do have presentation with us. So we have the details over here that we will need. Okay, let's see what needs to be done. Use appropriate images. It should be fit for purpose. The first slide should be like this. Okay. So now when it comes to matching the house style, in the house style, if you remember, it said that the logo should always be in the top left hand corner, right? So every slide should have the logo in the top left hand corner, somewhere over here. So if you want something to be applied on all your slides, the best place to do it is in the master slide. You come to view, you come to slide master, and scroll right to the top and come to the master slide. Okay, this is where you can control all your slides. So whatever you do on this slide, which we call the master slide, will apply to all your slides. Okay, so the first thing is we need the logo to be in the top left hand corner. So let's copy it, Control C, Control V. It's way too big. Let's make it smaller, and let's keep it on the top left hand corner. Okay, that's it. Then the next thing that we need to do is all the headings are bold and italic. Okay, headings have to be bold and italic. So what we can do is we can click on the heading and we can make it bold and we can make them italic. Okay, next, what is the next one? Logo we did. Okay, let's go back to our question then. Now the house style part is done. Let's go back. A light green background. Okay, so let's right click, format background, and let's go with a solid fill which is light green. Okay, something like this. Okay, then next it says it should include a title. Okay, so now when it comes to put the title, we have to go back to normal view because you can't do that in slide master view. So let's come to view and let's go back to normal view, and now let's put the title. So what's a good title for this? Let's come to our presentation file and see. The title can be Celtic Springs Scuba. Okay, so Control C. Let's come over here, Control V. Let's make it look like a heading. Make it big. There's some unnecessary space. Delete. Okay, that's it. Then next, what do we have to do? Use text selected from the file presentation. Use appropriate images from the images folder. It should be fit for purpose. Okay. So how many slides do we have to create? Not more, must include 4 slides, right? So let's create 3 more slides. So let's click on new slide, new slide, new slide. Okay, so for our second slide, what information can we put? We can put this information, the staff and their roles. So we can come here, staff and the roles. Let's delete this, make it bigger. Okay, now let's copy this data from here to here. Control C, Control V. The next slide we can have this, try a dive. Let's make it bigger, and then we can have one more as open water. We can make it bigger. Okay, so try a dive, we need to get the information. Paste it. And open water, let's get this information. Let's paste it. Okay. Okay, then it says fit for purpose, use appropriate images. So let us use some suitable images as well. So for staff roles, I don't think, what kind of an image can we use? Shall we use this again? So Control C, Control V, way too big, let's keep it like that. Then for the next one, let's use try a dive, let's go with this. Control C, Control V, let's keep it like that. And the final one, open water, let's go with something like this maybe. And let's paste that over here. Okay. Okay, so then guys, what we need to do now, we have done the 4 slides that they asked for. If you want, you can create even more slides, but the minimum is 4. They said it must have 4 slides. Okay, so you can put more and what do you call, do advanced open water, rec, deep dive, drive suit, you can do all those. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, the next thing that the question paper tells us is a 30-second timed and automatic transition to the second slide. Okay, so the first slide should be 30-second timed and automatically move on to the second slide. So what you can do is, you can come to the first slide, you can come to transition, you can select any transition that you want, you can take something like fall over maybe, and then do not forget that this slide will automatically change automatically after 30 seconds. Okay, so you can type over here 30 and press enter. Okay. The next thing it tells is the second slide must include the staff roles and names from the file presentation. So that we have done. The second slide has the role and the name. Okay. A consistent animation effect applied only to the staff names. Okay. So I need to put an animation only to the staff names. Now, if I am to put an animation only to the staff name, I cannot have the role and the name on the same line. I need to separate the lines. So what I'll do is, let me delete this, take this down and press tab. Delete, 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 down, tab. Delete, delete, down, tab. Okay. So now since they are on separate lines, I can apply animations only for their names. Okay. So what I can do is, I can select Simon, I can come to animations and I can put something like wheel. Okay, so it will appear like that. Then I can put one for Jacques and Julia, wheel. Okay, and then for Anshi, Lauren and Dan, I can put another one, wheel. Okay, so now guys, these animations are all, if you come to the animation pane, if you see I have the animation pane over here, these animations are all playing on mouse click, one after the other. When I press the mouse, they will appear. If you want them to run automatically, you can click on this and you can say after previous. After previous means after the slide comes, Simon should come. Okay. Then if you want there to be a delay before Simon comes, if you want there to be a short delay, you can increase this. So you can keep a 1 second delay and then Simon will appear. Then you can say this Jacques and Julia will appear thereafter. There will be a 1 second delay and then these two names will appear. Then there will be a 1 second delay after previous, a 1 second delay, and then these 3 names will appear. So now can you see the order that they're going to appear? First Simon will appear, then there will be a 1 second delay, then these 3 will appear, 1 second delay, and then these 3 names will appear. Okay, let's play it and see how it is. Let's just click on play. Slide appears, first Simon appears, delay, those 2 names appear, delay, these 3 names appear. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay. Then moving on, guys, save the presentation as new divers. So we have already created the file, we just have to got to click on save. Then it goes on to say take a screenshot of the transition setup pane for slide 1, paste a screenshot. So make sure, guys, when you take this screenshot, the animation pane should be visible. Okay, if you don't have it, you can click over here inside the animations tab. You have animation pane, take a screenshot, you can press print screen, take a screenshot, come to Microsoft Word and paste a screenshot. Okay, then the question paper goes on to say take a screenshot of the, sorry, this was transition, right? Transition, let's take the transition first. So let's keep this. Now we need to take the transition pane. Sorry, so transition is over here. So make sure you're in slide number 1, make sure this is visible. Now you can take a screenshot and you can come over here and you can paste it. Okay, so you have a slide which shows the transition and you have a screenshot that shows the animation pane. Okay, then you have to do what? The next thing is resave task B, task B4 do not print at this stage. Okay, let's see what's up next. Enter your name, candidate number and center number in the notes and handouts footer. Okay, so to do that, you have to come to your presentation, and in your presentation you have a notes or you have a handouts master. You can use any one of them. Okay, so handout master is where you go to control the printout that your audience will get. Notes master is where you go to control the printout that presenter will receive. The person presenting the presentation will receive a printouts from notes master, while the audience will receive something from handout master. Okay, so you can go to any one of them. Let's go with the one that comes first. And over here they have told us to insert the footer. So over here they have told enter your name, candidate number. So you can come here. Now don't directly just type it over here. Make sure you come to insert, header and footer, and make sure the footer is enabled, because if you just type it over here and if you don't enable the footer, it will not be visible. Okay, so here you come and type your name, your candidate number and your center number. Apply to all. Okay, so make sure you come to insert, header and footer and enable it. Okay, then the question paper goes on to say print a handouts copy of the presentation that shows all 4 slides on one A4 sheet. So now what you have to do is you have to come to file, print. Okay, now right now 1 slide is appearing on each A4 sheet. You need 4 slides to appear. Okay, so click over here and say you want 4 slides appearing. So now can you see 4 slides are appearing? Can you see your footer is also now appearing? Okay, that's good. Then the question paper goes on to say Simon wants you to add hyperlinks and action buttons to the presentation. Insert a hyperlink on the final slide to spreadsheet task B1. So on the final slide, let's go back to normal view. On the final slide there should be a hyperlink that will open up spreadsheet task B1. Okay, so let me simply put some text over here. Click here to open task B1. Okay, sorry. So let me make this entire word a hyperlink. So how do I do it? Right click, link. Okay, where do I want to go? I want to go to an existing file or web page. What is the name of the file? The file is task B1, which is over here, and I say okay. Okay, so now when users click on this, the spreadsheet task B1 will open up. Okay, the next thing that they ask is insert an action button on the final slide that includes a hyperlink to slide 1. So I have to put a button over here that when clicked it will go back to slide number 1. Okay, not a big deal. Let's come to insert, let's come to shapes, and if you scroll right to the bottom you can see we have various action buttons that you can use. So the most appropriate one will be the one with the home symbol on it. So let's take it, let's draw it over here, and then my computer asks me what do you want to do with this button. So I tell my computer hyperlink it to the first slide. Okay, when this is clicked I want it to go to the first slide. Say for example you want to go to slide number 3 or slide number 2, then what you can do is you can click on slide, and from here you can select the slide that you want to go to. Okay, but in this case I just want to go to the first slide, so I'll keep it as it is and I'll say okay. Then the question paper says display the final slide to show the settings for the hyperlink to task B1. take a screenshot that shows the hyperlink settings. So what you can do is you can right click on this and you can say edit link. So now you can see the settings of your hyperlink. Okay, now you're supposed to take a screenshot of this print screen, come to Microsoft Word and paste it, Control V. Okay, so now you can see this has got pasted, and then the question paper goes on to say display the final slide to show the settings for the action button. Take a screenshot that shows the action button settings. Okay, so let's come to our action button. Where is it? Over here. Let's cancel this first. Right click, edit link. So now you have the settings visible. Take a screenshot, print screen, come to Microsoft Word and paste it. Okay, so now you have got both screenshots pasted. What more does the past paper expect from you? Do not print at this stage. Answer these questions on document task B4. Explain one benefit to Simon of using a master slide for his presentation. Okay, so I told you all at the beginning also, if you use a master slide, you don't have to manually apply your formatting to every slide. You just know, for example, the logo, we put it on the master slide, so automatically it appears on all our slides. We don't have to manually go to every slide and insert the logo, isn't it? So that's saving a lot of time, and that's a much more efficient way to do things, isn't it? So you can say using master slide, the user can apply formatting settings such as font color and font size, okay, which would automatically appear on all the slides, okay, instead of having the user format each slide manually. Okay, so if the master slide feature was not there, the user will have to manually go to every slide and apply the settings that he requires. Okay, then the next question goes on to say state one reason why it is important to change the default file name when saving files. Now normally when you create a presentation file, it comes as new Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, something like that appears. So normally we change the name, right? The main reason we change the name is so that it will be easy for us to identify it without having to open the file. If the file doesn't have a meaningful name, each time you'll have to open it to identify what the file is, right? But if there is a meaningful name, without opening it, you can identify what each file is, isn't it? So let's put that answer over here. What does the question say again? Okay, it is important to change the file name so that the user can identify the file without having to open and check its content. Let's put this also to a meaningful name. Okay, you have to also put a meaningful name. Okay, so you will say new divers, for example, or you will say school presentation 1, school presentation 2, whatever. Okay, so with that we have now come to the end of our past paper. The 2019 past paper is now complete. I hope you have learned a lot from this. I hope you have benefited from this. Once again reminding you, if you have any questions, had any difficulties with this paper, couldn't understand certain parts, you can always email me, and like I said, I may not respond immediately, but I'll try to respond as fast as I can. Okay, and if you require the data files, you can also request for that. I'll try and email it to you. Okay, so take care and see you soon.